Welcome to our second lesson on skeleton, human skeleton. In today's lesson, we are going to focus on the second part because previously we discussed about the exoskeleton. So in today's lesson, I'm going to elaborate more on the appendicular skeleton. So the appendicular skeleton is made up of the following bones. Namely, appendicular skeleton. Skeleton. The bones which makes up this part of the skeleton, the first one is what we refer to as pectoral. Pectoral, girdle, and associated bones. And associated bones. So, what makes the pectoral girdle? We have the scapula, one bone called scapula. That is the first one. And the second part that makes the pectoral girdle, we have the clavicle. Clavicle. And we have the associated bones. So the associated bones include, for example, if I start with the pectoral girdle, is this one. You see this bone here? This bone, which is on your shoulders. This one, if you touch here, you feel that there is a bone which is flat. That is what we refer to as scapula. This one. You see this bone? And this bone is very, very important because it's the one which links to your forearm. Forearm is this. The forearms, even I have them here. These are the forearms. This is the forearm. Is that okay? The forearm. And therefore it links. Listen, reader. It links this forearm linked to the scapula at a notch here. Do you see this notch? This hole which is here. Where this ball, this is the part of the bone called ball. This part is called ball. Is it okay? Where this ball will enter into a socket. There is a socket here. Are you getting the point? There is a socket? Yes, there is a socket here. And therefore, this bone is supposed to come and link at this socket to form a type of joint that we'll call ball and socket joint. Are we together? Because there is a ball and there is a socket. So, the type of reader, this is what we are doing. The type of joint, look here. This notch here is what we refer to as glenoid cavity. This notch here. Do you see this? This socket, eh? The socket here, where the ball will enter on the scapula, is what we refer to as glenoid. Glenoid cavity. That is the socket onto which the head of this bone of the upper arm will enter into the glenoid, to link with the scapula. This bone, I've said it is called scapula. And therefore, it provides a point of attachment to the head of this bone here. I'm going to tell you what is the name of this bone. Then here, I have this bone here. Do you see this? Do you see this bone? This is not a rib. This is not a rib. This bone is what we refer to as clavicle. Have you understood? That is a clavicle. And from there, you can see that the pectoral girdle is made up of two parts. That is this, the scapula and the clavicle. The scapula is this, and the clavicle is this. And therefore, this and this, they form the pectoral girdle or girdle. Is that okay? Then what about the associated bone? The associated bone, we have the first bone that link to the glenoid cavity here. And this bone, it is this one, which is at this part. This bone which is here. That bone is what we refer to as humerus. This bone. It is called? Humerus. So we have C. We can talk of part C, humerus. Humerus, as far as associated bones are
concerned.
Yeah, humerus. Then the humerus links to another bone here. These bones, there are two bones here actually at this region. This is the region. There are two bones. And one of the bone is called ulna, and the other one radius. What have I said?
Ulna and radius.
Ulna and radius.
Radius.
I'm going to write them here. Ulna and the other one radius. And this is the formula for you to know which is which. This one I've said it is called humerus. Is it okay? And the humerus normally have a ball. Is it okay? And it links with the scapula to form ball and socket joint. Then what about this one? You can see there is a smaller bone and there is a longer bone. I normally teach my students, the longer the bone, the shorter the nail. Are we together there?
Yes.
The longer the bone, the shorter the nail. So identify for me, which is this? Between these two, the longer the nail, the shorter the. Very good. That is ulna. So because it is the longest, are we together?
Yes.
It takes the shorter nail, and the smallest bone takes the longest nail, which is the radius. So now the shortest bone is the radius at this region. So here we have ulna and radius. Ulna is the smallest bone, the longest bone, and the radius is the smallest bone. Are you getting the point?
Yes.
Then from there are some bones which are found at this region. The wrist region. Those bones are called carpals. Say carpals. Carpals. See that? F. Where are carpals found? They are tiny bones. Several bones. Tiny ones. They are found in which region?
The wrist region.
In the wrist region. Are you getting? I'm talking about wrist region. Where you normally wear a cosmetic by the name wrist watch. That's why the wrist watch are called so. Because they are worn where? On the wrist region. So the bones which are found there, they are called carpals. What about in your palm? Do you know what is your palm? Yes, from here to here. Here to here. That is the palm region. In your palm, there are these bones which are found here. From here to here. From here, no. From here to here. This is the palm. This is the palm? The palm region. So, those bones which are found there, they are called metacarpals. Say metacarpals. Metacarpals. So, here I will write G. Metacarpals. Where are those bones found? In the palm region. In the palm? What about the bones which are found in the fingers? Inside the fingers? They are called phalanges. They are called?
Phalanges.
And these are the phalanges now. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those. Is it okay? And they have several joints? Yes. So those are what we refer to as phalanges. So in summary, listen. In summary, appendicular skeleton is made up of two parts. One, the pectoral girdle or girdle with associated bones. I've talked about pectoral girdle is made up of two bones. One, scapula and clavicle. Scapula and clavicle. And the associated bones are the bones of the forearm. The bones of the forearm. arm. That is humerus, ulna, radius, carpals, metacarpals, and finally pharynges. There is an N here, pharynges. Like that. So those are the first part. The second part of which we are going to look in the next lesson, we are going to look at number 2, pelvic girdle and associated bones. So now, what are the associated bones as far as pectoral girdle are concerned? The first one?
Scapula.
No. Humerus. Ulna.
Radius.
Carpals. Metacarpals.
Phalanges.
And you can locate them where they are in your body, right? That's good. That will mark the end of today's lesson. Thank you.